This tutorial is going to give you a quick overview of two research resources or databases that may help you with researching for your school improvement plan. The first is called ERIC, and the second is the Proquest Education Database. To find these, you can search for ERIC or search for Proquest Education Database, or you can click on this word databases right below the search on the library's webpage. There you'll find an education section that has some of the additional sources and resources that will help you with education research. In this case, we're going to look at these two databases. In both databases, I'm going to pretend that my SIP plan has to do and my goals have to do with homework policies. So I'm going to search for homework policy high school in ERIC. Notice that I get about 178 results. Now I'm going to switch over to the Proquest Education Database, search for Homework Policy High School, and I get 24,265 results. Whether or not you choose to use ERIC or choose to use the Education Database, both have excellent results for your research. In the Proquest situation, it's searching by default the full text of every single article in this database stored here. In ERIC is only searching the title, the abstract of the article, and these subjects that the ERIC database has put in. You may find that helpful, or you may prefer to do a full text search. Again, both ways have great resources. If I'm searching specifically in ERIC and I've decided that this is the one I like, one of the things I may want to really pay attention to is this subject list, so that I can use some of these exact terms later when I'm searching for more articles. I also can click at the top of ERIC and use the thesaurus. So in this case, in the thesaurus, I'm going to type in homework policy and see if I get any results. It says that I don't have any specific results for homework policy, so it means that's not a standard ERIC term. So instead, I'm just going to try searching for homework. Now I have homework as a result. Here, it will also give me a few additional resources, or key terms that I may not have thought of before. When I go back and search again for homework policy, one of the things I may start also getting as I'm searching is some keyword suggestions. So for example, I really like homework and student achievement, and I really like homework effectiveness. So I might choose to change my search based on the suggested terms. If I find an article that's really helpful because it has a study or it has some data in it, again, I can look for additional words from the abstract or the descriptors to continue searching. If I go back to my results, I also can narrow my results to academic journals instead of including especially ERIC documents. Anyone can upload ERIC documents to the government's website, so you want to beware of those. However, sometimes magazines, educational reports, and book chapters can be helpful. I can also narrow down the date to get really recent results. Proquest works a little bit differently, again, because we know it searches the full text, but I still can narrow my resources on the side, narrow by publication date, and choose different pieces of information that I want to focus on from my search. One of the other search strategies in both Proquest and in ERIC will be to use quotation marks, the and the or. So in this case, I've decided that I like the term homework policy, so I want to search for that together as a phrase. But I also like the term homework effectiveness. So I'm going to type both in as my search strings, and I'm going to put them together so it knows to find either homework policy results or homework effectiveness results. Both are great. Then I'm going to add high school because I only want my results, if possible, to deal with research that's been done in a high school. So now I've way narrowed my results to only 222, and I may find some really great information about specifically student performance or something that fits for my SIP plan for data or research that I'm trying to collect. So you can also do the and or search and some of that work in an advanced search in a database if you want to try to help narrow down what it is that you're looking for. Basically, you want to practice lots of different key terms, lots of different filters, and try not to narrow yourself too much in the beginning to make sure that you have figured out all the different ways that people may have published research about your particular topic. So in these stations, you're now going to go forth looking for something about your SIP plan or your SIP goals, both in the education database and in ERIC, and you're going to be getting a citation in order to share with your group. So once in either source, ERIC or Proquest, that you have found your article, you're going to find that article and then get the citation to put in your shared Google Doc. Both of them will have some quick way of doing that. So I'm just going to select one in Proquest as an example, and then notice here there's a cite button, and then this is the citation that I can copy and paste into Google Docs in order to go forth with my assignment for these stations. Good luck.